Students, let us study the third topic of Maths 2, circle. Previously, we have studied the concept of circle. We observe many circular things in our day-to-day life. Now, let us see how many circles are passing through one given point. Here, point A is given, and I have drawn three circles passing through point A for the convenience. As we know, infinite numbers of lines can be drawn from a single given point. We can draw infinite number of circles passing through one given point. Suppose if 2 points are given, here point A and B are given. So how many circles can be drawn from these 2 points? Let us see. We can draw perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Each and every point on perpendicular bisector is equidistant from point A and B. So taking that point as a center, we can draw infinite number of circles passing through point A and B. So we can draw infinite circles passing through two given distinct points. Now let us see how many circles can be passed through three non-collinear points. Here point A, B, C are non-collinear points. I have drawn segment AB, segment BC as well as segment AC, and I have drawn perpendicular bisector of side AB as well as of side AC. Both these perpendicular bisects each other at point O. So taking O as a center, a circle is drawn which passes through three non-collinear points A, B and C. So O is the only point which is equidistant from point A, B and C. So we can draw only one circle passing through three non-collinear points. Suppose 3 points are collinear, then let us see what happens. Here point P, Q, R are collinear. So here the circle passes through only point P and R. It does not pass through point Q. What is the reason? If we draw perpendicular bisector of side PQ and side QR, they will be parallel to each other. So center of circle will never exist. Therefore, we cannot draw any circle passing through three collinear points. Students, now let us study the concept of tangent and secant. O is the center of the circle. Line M intersect the circle in only one point A. This is line M, it intersect only in point A. Line M is called a tangent to the circle. This is the tangent. And point A is called point of the contact. This is point of the contact. Now let us go for second concept, secant. O is the center of the circle. Line L intersect the circle in two distinct points P and Q. This is P, this is Q, this is line L. Line L is called a secant of the circle. This is the secant of the circle. Students, now let us study tangent theorem. A tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Line L is perpendicular to radius OP. Here O is the center of the circle. Line L intersect the circle at point P. So radius OP and line L, they are perpendicular to each other. Now let us go for converse of tangent theorem. The line perpendicular to a radius of a circle at its outer end is tangent to the circle. Angle OPI is 90, therefore line L is tangent to the circle at P. Here O is the center, OP is the radius, angle OPA is 90, so we can say that line L is tangent to the circle at point P. Now let us study tangent segment theorem. Tangent segments drawn from an external point to a circle are congruent. Here O is the center of the circle, point B and C are point of contact. Point A lies in the exterior of the circle. Segment BA and segment CA are tangent segments. So segment AB congruent with segment AC. here segment AB, here segment AC, both are congruent with each other. Students, now let us solve some examples based on what we have studied just now. Example 1. In the figure, C is the center and length of CA is 6 centimeter. Point B is over here. Now the first step question is, what is the measure of angle CABY? Here is angle CAB. Now here I have drawn segment CA and segment CB. Solution: radius CA perpendicular to line AB. Tangent theorem. So angle CAB is 90. Second sub question: what is the distance of point C from line AB y? This is line AB, this is point C, and this is the perpendicular distance. This is not the perpendicular distance. So solution is CA is equal to 6 centimeter because radius CA perpendicular to line AB. Third sub questions: distance between point A and B is 6 centimeters. Find distance between B and C. Here point B and C are there. Now let us solve this. In triangle CAB, angle CAB is 90, tangent theorem. So CB square is equal to CA square plus AB square. This is CB, this is CA, this is AB. Reason is Pythagoras theorem. After substituting the values of CA and AB, we get 6 square plus 6 square, that is 36 plus 36 is equal to 72. Therefore CB is equal to square root of 72, and after simplifying we get it is equal to 6 root 2 centimeter. Fourth sub question: angle ABC is equal to how much? Y. This is angle ABC. We have to find out its measure with reason. Side CA congruent with side BA. Side CA congruent with side BA. Reason is 6 centimeter each. So triangle ABC is an isosceles right angled triangle. Here these two sides are congruent. So measure of angle ABC is 45. This angle is 45 degree. Now let us solve example 2. In the figure, O is the center. Distance between point O and M is 5 centimeter. Distance between point O and R is 10 centimeter. The first sub question is, what is the length of each tangent segment? These are the tangent segments. Now here without construction, it is not possible to solve this particular example. So we have drawn segment OM and segment ON. It is shown by dotted lines. Now let us go for the solution. Draw segment OM and segment ON. Radius OM perpendicular to tangent segment RM. Therefore, measure of angle OMR is equal to 90. Reason is tangent theorem. So triangle OMR is a right angle triangle. OR square is equal to OM square plus MR square. This is OR, this is OM, this is MR. Reason is Pythagoras theorem. After substituting the values, 10 square is 100, 5 square is 25, and MR square as it is. Therefore MR square is equal to 100 minus 25 is equal to 75. Therefore MR is equal to square root of 75 is equal to 5 root 3 centimeter. Also MR is equal to NR because these two tangent segments will be congruent with each other. So length of NR is equal to 5 root 3 centimeter. Now let us go for second sub questions. We have to find out measure of angle MRO. MRO. Now OM is equal to 5 centimeter, OR is equal to 10 centimeter. It is given. So OM is equal to 1/2 times OR. So by converse of 30, 60, 90 triangle theorem, angle MRO is 30. MRO, this angle will be 30. Now third sub question is we have to find out measure of angle MRN. MRN. Now measure of angle MRO is 30. We have already proved. Similarly, measure of angle NRO. is also is equal to 30. Therefore, angle MRN is equal to angle MRO plus angle NRO, angle addition postulate. After substituting the values we get is equal to 30 plus 30. After adding we get is equal to 60. Therefore, measure of angle MRN is equal to 60. Now let us go for theorem of touching circles. In the figure, two circles, they are touching each other in point M. If two circles touch each other, their point of contact lies on the line joining the center. Here two circles touches each other externally at point M. So point A, M, B are collinear. In the second figure, two circles touch each other internally in point M. So point A, point B and point M are collinear. Now let us solve one example based on it. Two circles having radii 3 cm and 4 cm. Here radius is 3 cm, here radius is 4 cm. Touch each other. First sub question is internally, in second sub questions externally. Find the distance between their centers. So let us solve these two sub questions. First sub question. Solution. Let R1 and R2 be the radii of the smaller and larger circle respectively. So R1 is equal to 3 cm and R2 is equal to 4 cm. Here radius of this circle is 3 cm and radius of this circle is 4 cm. Now when two circles touch each other internally, here they touch each other internally. Distance between their centers is equal to R2 minus R1. Here R2 is greater than R1. So we get is equal to 4 minus 3 is equal to 1 cm. So here distance between their center is 1 cm. Now second case, when two circles touch each other externally, distance between their center is equal to R1 plus R2. After substituting the value we get is equal to 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 cm. So here distance between the centers A and B is 7 cm. Now let us solve one example. In the figure, the circles with centers P and Q touch each other at R. A, R, B. That means these 3 points are collinear. So first we have to prove that segment AP parallel to segment BQ. Here is segment AP, here is segment BQ. Now let us go for the solution. In triangle PAR and triangle QBR, segment PA congruent with segment PR. PA congruent with PR because radii of the same circle. And in this circle, segment QB congruent with segment QR. This is QB, this is QR. Reason is radii of the same circle. So angle PAR congruent with angle PRA. PAR congruent with angle PRA. And angle QBR congruent with angle QRB. QBR congruent with angle QRB. Isosceles triangle theorem. So angle PRA congruent with angle QRB because opposite angles. Now angle PAR congruent with angle QBR. From the conclusion of this, we get angle PAR is congruent with angle QBR. That means angle PAB is congruent with angle QBA, and these are alternate angles. So segment AP parallel to segment BQ. This is AP, this is BQ. Reason is alternate angle test. Now second sub question is we have to prove that triangle APR similar with triangle RQB. APR RQB. In triangle APR and in triangle BQR, PRA congruent with QRB. This is PRA QRB. Reason is opposite angles. Angle PAR congruent with angle QBR. PAR QBR. We have already proved it. So triangle APR similar with triangle BQR. AA test for similarity. Now third sub question is, if angle PAR is 35, then find the measure of angle RQB. This is in the second circle. Now let us proceed. In triangle PAR, angle PAR is congruent with angle PRA, already proved. Measure of angle PR is 35, because measure of angle PR is 35. Now the third angle, angle APR is 110. Remaining angle of a triangle. Now angle APR congruent with angle BQR. Reason is triangle APR similar with triangle BQR. We have already proved it. So we say that measure of angle BQR is 110. 110. Students, let us study the concept of arc of a circle. A secant divides the circle in two parts, each part together with points common to the circle, and the secant is called an arc. Here secant L intersect the circle in two different points A and B. O is the center. These are the two parts made by the secant. Center side arc is called a major arc and non-center side arc is called a minor arc. In figure, arc AXB is minor arc AYB is major arc. Minor arc AXB, it can be written as arc AB also. Now in figure, O is the center. Central angle, an angle in the plane of a circle with a vertex at the center is called central angle. Angle POR is the central angle. Measure of angle POR is theta. Measure of arc PMR is theta. PMR is a minor arc. Its measure is theta and it is related with the central angle. Measure of major arc PNR, here is point N, this is major arc PNR, is equal to 360 minus measure of minor arc PMR. Measure of semicircle is 180 degrees. Measure of a circle is 360 degrees. Now let us study congruency of arcs. If radii and measure of two arcs are equal, then those arcs are congruent to each other. In the figure, O is the center. Measure of arc DE is equal to 20. This is measure of arc DE. And measure of arc MN is 20. This is arc MN. So we can say that arc DE is congruent with arc MN because their radii are same as well as their measure is also same. Property of sum of measures of arcs. In the figure, measure of arc DE plus measure of arc EN is equal to measure of arc DEN. This is arc DE, this is arc EN. After adding these two arcs, we get arc DEN. Now let us study one theorem. In the same circle or congruent circles, if two arcs are congruent, then their corresponding chords are congruent. Now in the figure, arc AMB is congruent with arc CND. This is arc AMB, this is arc CND. These two arcs are congruent. So chords AB and chords CD, they are related with these congruent arcs. So chord AB is related with arc AMB, chord CD is related with arc CND. So we can say that chord AB is congruent with chord CD. Now let us see the converse of this theorem. Theorem is, in the same circle or congruent circles, if two chords are congruent, then the corresponding minor arcs are congruent. In the above figure, if chord AB is congruent with chord CD, then arc AMB is congruent with arc CND. Let us solve one example based on it. In the figure, C is the center. Measure of angle ECAB is 70. Measure of arc DGF is 200. In first sub question, we have to find out measure of arc DE is equal to how much, and in second sub question we have to find out measure of arc DEF is equal to how much. Let us go for first sub question. Angle ECF is equal to measure of arc EF by definition of measure of arc. So measure of arc EF is 70, measure of center angle ECF is 70. Measure of arc DEF is equal to measure of arc DGF plus measure of arc EF, property of sum of measures of arcs. DFE is equal to measure of arc DGF plus measure of arc EF. After substituting the values, measure of arc DGF is 200, measure of arc EF is 70. After adding we get 270. So measure of arc DFE is equal to 270. Second sub question, measure of arc DFE is equal to 360 minus measure of arc DE. Arc addition property. Measure of arc DFE is 270, we have calculated just now, is equal to 360 minus measure of arc DE. Therefore measure of arc DE is equal to 90 degrees. Now measure of arc DEF is equal to measure of arc DE plus measure of arc EF. After substituting the value we get measure of arc DE is 90 plus measure of arc EF is 70. So 90 plus 70 is equal to 160. So measure of arc DEF is equal to 160 degrees. Let us solve another example. In the figure, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Prove that arc RS congruent with arc QS congruent with arc QR. Now in figure, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. All its sides are congruent. Now let us go for the proof. Triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Side QR congruent with side RS congruent with side QS. This is side QR, this is side RS, this is side QS. Reason is sides of an equilateral triangle. So arc RS congruent with arc QS congruent with arc QR. This is arc RS, this is arc QS, and this is arc QR. All these three arcs will be congruent with each other. Reason is corresponding arcs of congruent chords. Now second sub question is prove that measure of arc QRS is 240. This is arc QRS. Angle QRS is 60. Triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. So measure of angle QRS is 60. Now angle QRS is equal to 1 of measure arc QS. QRS is 1 of measure of QS. Reason is inscribed angle theorem. So measure of QRS is 60. 60 is equal to 1 of measure arc QS. Therefore measure of arc QS is 120 degrees. Measure is 120 degrees. Now measure of arc QRS is equal to 360 minus measure of arc QS. Reason is property of sum of measures of arcs. Now measure of arc QRS is 120. So 360 minus 120 is equal to 240 degrees. So measure of arc QRS is 240 degrees.